In this age of information where everything is seemingly easily accessible, seeing the other side of the coin reminds us that nothing in this world is ever free. Good morning, everyone. I'm Asher Dominic A. Andres, here with Kailin Lindsay Almaden and Howard Fergus Aro, presenting the price of freedom.
Okay, first, let's go to the movie overview muna ng The Social Dilemma. We have 4 key points here. Itong social media addiction, data privacy and surveillance, and misinformation and fake news. And I just want to highlight lang itong first key point because napakaganda nito i-share. Technology is not inherently harmful, but platforms today are not designed ethically. Kasi nga pansin ko lang, platforms today, they only benefit the CEOs and the companies. And they lack ethical security and consideration ng mga consumers nila.
Mga users, no? Tapos, actually, parang maganda point din yung second point natin dyan, which is yung social media addiction, no? Because sa movie, actually, sinabi ni Dr. Anna na social media is like a drug. Because millions of years of evolution, no, has built within us parang a basic biological imperative na dapat tayo makapag-connect sa other people. And itong pagko-connect na to affects our dopamine release, the reward pathways natin, which basically just makes us want to be together and live in communities. So a vehicle like social media, no, parang which is something na nag-optimize ng connection between mga people ngayon, has the potential para maging some sort of dopamine addiction natin.
Okay, napakaganda ng sinabi niyo.
Okay.
So may dagdag ka pa ba?
Wala. So, ayun. So, if technology itself isn't the problem, so the question is, what exactly is? So, the biggest ethical issue presented in the documentary is the manipulation of human attention and behavior. So, we've moved from a tools-based technology environment to an addiction and manipulation-based technology environment. So, dati kasi technology was simply just a tool. Pero kasi ngayon, it's designed to constantly demand our attention and influence our behavior. Kaya hindi lang siya convenience. So, it's already an ethical issue. Kasi yun nga, technology can quietly shape our choices without us even noticing.
Gets.
Ganda.
So actually, speaking of manipulation, no, may dalawa tayong example dito ng manipulation. So una is, yung mismong feed pa lang natin, design na to parang slot machine or gambling, no? So, kasi may sinabi si Jacobsen about intermittent reinforcement, which is basically, this is a psychology tactic na parang rewards are not consistent, pero once they are given to you, parang grabe yung pagbigay ng reward. So, this is basically parang pag nagsa-scroll ka, minsan hindi mo gusto yung mga nakita mo sa feed mo, so re-refresh mo, tapos pag nakita mo yung gusto mo, yung dopamine rush sa'yo, parang grabe, mapa-feel mo na, worth it pala yung pag-scroll. So, syempre, ma-addict ka doon, tapos mag-scroll ka na mag-scroll, di ba?
Nangyari din talaga sa akin.
Legit. Tapos, ang pangit dito is, yung second example natin, which is every like, comment, share, and even exactly how long you look at a picture or video, monitored yun, tapos nire-record nila. Tapos yung mga data na to, ginagamit nila to para gumawa ng parang model or like, parang, sabi sa movie, parang voodoo doll, na ito yung nagpe-predict kung ano dapat yung ipapakita nila sa'yo para mag-scroll ka pa ng mas matagal. So yun, yung mga manipulation
lahat
tactics
pala
nila.
natatrack nila.
Kaya nakakatakot eh. So, yun. So bakit nga ba importante? Because unang-una, yung attention pa lang natin, ito yung nagra-run sa economy ng social media world ngayon. Because the more you scroll, the more na nasa app ka nila, the more na may chance sila magpakita ng advertisement sa'yo. And then, syempre, the more na magpakita sa advertisement sa'yo, makita ng mga sponsor nila, uy, maraming gumagamit nito. So, sige, ito yung sponsor natin para more revenue, more money. Kaya yung attention mo pa lang, pinag-aawayan na nila yan ngayon.
So, add ko lang din, no? So, through algorithm, so they don't just recommend content lang eh. So, they shape what we see, what we believe, and even how we respond. So, kaya habang mas powerful pa yung technology, dapat kailangan din natin maging ethically aware. Kasi what captures our attention can eventually shape our decisions.
Napakaganito yung sinabi niya. And meron akong ditong personal experiences. So una, yung seeing personalized ads that changes my opinion. Kasi nga may one time talaga sa akin na na naghahanap ako ng gusto ko ilagay sa buhok ko. Is it fixed ba or is it yung argan oil? And nung naghahanap ako nun, syempre sunod-sunod na lumabas ang argan oil. So napabili ako ng argan oil instead of the fixed na mabibili ko. O yun, so yun yung isang personal experience ko doon. And another is yung spending too much scrolling. Kasi nga, aminado ako na nag-spend ako too much scrolling. Pero kayo din ha, aminado din kayo na nag-scroll din kayo masyado.
Masabi.
Yung maganda yung sinabi nila kanina na parang slot machine lang to kasi may hinahanap yung katawan mo, parang may hinahanap ang katawan mo. Pag nakita mo to, parang napapa-feel mo na satisfied ka. So yun yung na-experience ko.
Tapos yung last yan, no, parang sinabi na ano, yung people na kahit isang beses mo palang nakita, pero dahil parang nasa same area kayo, biglang makagulat ka na ng pagtingin mo sa kahit anong app mo, magpapakita sila sa people you may know. No, parang
Yung
ma-addict na
GPS.
Nakatakot
Ayun,
eh.
GPS.
Oh, so ayun, since ang dami-daming ang problema, no? So syempre dapat meron tayong mga recommended actions. So para sa amin lang naman, yung solution dito isn't to stop naman using social media. So it's basically to use it more responsibly. So through the lens of virtue ethics, so we can counter manipulation by developing good character. So for example, yung prudence. So prudence helps us to think critically before we click, share, or believe what we see online. So instead of reacting impulsively. So isang example na din is yung temperance din. So it reminds us to practice self-control, especially when platforms are designed to keep us scrolling. So at the same time, no, dapat yung mga tech companies prioritize nila yung people's well-being over profit and become more transparent and accountable na rin in how they design their algorithms. So at the end kasi, technology should help us become better people, not quietly shape who we become.
Okay guys, so that is exactly why yung freedom hindi siya necessarily free. It comes with a price and that price is you. So thank you all everyone again for
Yes, thank you
listening.
guys.
I'm here with Asher
Thank you.
Andres and kay Lindsay Alma din. And tapos na po ang presentation namin. For our references, here it is.